Nanillion, Nanillion, Millennialian. Good day, everybody. Good day, everybody. Nanillion times good day. I understand you know what I'm talking about. Nanillion times good day. Yes? Are you okay? It is something different. Today, this is different drawing here. I'm going to talk on this day, April 4th, 2025, Friday, 12:59 p.m. Similar title with of course certain modifications, and you know my name, Suraj Singh. I am living in Faridabad in Bharat, India. I consider myself part of universe. You may say that I represent myself part of universe, and that's why I am trying to share my obligations with you. These obligations are not myth but facts in life. I am getting many informations, and I am sending many informations to, you may call it Srishti or you may call it universe, whatever you can call it, it's up to you. There's no argument on that. This drawing which you are watching, this is today's production. To the morning, I thought again and worked on power 175. Yesterday 174 and 173, and likewise before also as such. 175 is of course considerably high because everybody cannot possibly achieve this goal. But there are people who use mind always, and they live in mental world. They can achieve, but it's too small in fact if we compare to mentality, because mentality is very important in life. If your mentality does not work, you then cannot do anything in life. Lower profile mentality is very common, which every ordinary person can enjoy. But here I am talking about those who are considered mental genius. Don't take mental work like in a way that people call as a mental, because people don't speak right way. They speak incomplete. Mental means whatever you can say related to mind, that is called mental, because mental is a state of non-biological world. It's not biological world. Mentality cannot be considered to be ruled by solar system. It cannot be controlled by physical element in universe. It requires super controls, and that come only from power of universe, that is soul, because soul is very common for everyone. There are no classifications on soul, not at all. No religion can play with soul. No caste can play with soul. Soul has got no differentiation, or you can say no disparity. It is up to you, because this is common for everyone. It is like water body, where water applies to everyone, it goes to everyone. It doesn't think which religion you follow or which caste or whatever else you follow. Rain does not differentiate to whom it is going. Same way, air does not know who is using it. Likewise, solar system and sun never know who are going to use. They just deliver uniformly these energies, and recipients are having charters, prerogative, whether or not this energy should be consumed. If you want to protect yourself using umbrella in sun, that is your property. And if you say, no, I want to enjoy sun, and you go, okay, I go in sun, I walk, then that's also your property. Both property are different. You cannot say both are same. If you want to enjoy sun, I'm not saying it is 60 degrees Celsius. If you enjoy 40 degrees, 35 degrees, 50 degrees, up to 50 degrees, you enjoy free benefit of medicine, because you get vitamin D and many other chemicals which you do not know what chemicals come while sun rays react with air, because there are so many chemicals in air which react with chemicals of solar energy, and you get many types of medicines which your pharmacists and doctors do not know. These medicines help your body because this is called indirectly space vastu, not house vastu. Vastu means you have to be with nature, you have to be with universe. Whatever way universe goes, universe works, your functions, you who follow in that sequence, you will enjoy that. Of course, in sun you have to loosen your water of body in terms of sweating, and you have also to have certain headaches sometimes, and you get ultraviolet energy also. Of course, it's not good for health if it's excessive. Suppose UV index is more than 10, you enjoy difficulty or you get difficulty, but if it's a 4 or 5, it's good for health because it's kind of indirect injection throughout your body, through your pores. It's very, very different. Means if you consider medically, you need not go to gymnasium if you have got good sun rays. If you walk in sun, I think it is super gymnasium on road on street. While you walk, your body itself is converted to natural gym. I'm not speaking against gym or anyone. I'm just trying to say natural exposure is always far better than artificial life. Just like work of mind is always better than artificial intelligence. Work of mind is always better than computer work. Of course, the speed of computer is more, but trust while you use your mind is much more significant, which you earn than using computer formula. However, you have to achieve some balance between use of mind and use of digital world. Not that you just rely on one part. Okay, I rely on digital world, I don't care about my mind. If you think this way, it means you lose an equilibrium of your own. Equilibrium is that state in physical world, or you can say in physics, or in where loads apply, forces apply, that you must have that. Your example is your body itself. Your body always work in equilibrium condition. If suppose your body doesn't work in equilibrium condition, in place of blood pressure 128, you may, it's 200 and 150. Means you have lost equilibrium state and you feel uneasy, you feel so many diseases with you, headaches and stresses and that. That's why I'm saying, I'm just trying to say how we have to consider work of soul, because work of soul is very significant for everybody. I would say it's a part of real engineering, not physical engineering. Universe engineering it is. Universe Srishti engineering it is, not just earth engineering. Earth engineering is very small portion of technical knowledge, but universe engineering, which people do not know at all, scientists do not know at all, no one knows in this world what universe is all about, and that is very important. You can say real secret of life is this, but it's not possible within each of human to unearth that secrecy. So here I say very simple statement here in this case of 175. First of all, you have to understand what's power 175. 1, 7 and 5 means 1 is at entry of body where soul enters, 7 is in auricle. This is out of body. You can say 1 is within a body and 7 is out of body, that's above your mind. This means you have crossed complete internal system of your body and you reach 5. 5 is real remotest real path of 5. That is your eyes, and where you can say supreme or whatever you may call in your own term sets, or that power which controls everything. So 175 is that one, and 175 is odd one. Therefore you can say it's half. If you take, it comes from there. If you take, you can say 85, 170, 85 and 388. If you count from 88 and go to 88 places, you shall find 175. I mean to say, if you start from 88 number 1, then 89, likewise if you reach 175, you reach 88 places from 88, and that is 175. It is very important number because 1 to 7 travels throughout organical part of body, which you can say genital, then store, then navel, then heart zone, then you can say neck zone and mind, and then 7, and then you reach remotest one, which is control is a 5. So it is very, very important part I am giving you. Its result in work formula is, I call it work formula because this is not luck formula. I never trust in luck because luck does not remain in your hand, but work remains in your hand. Those who believe in luck, they are in wrong boat. I mean to say, those who believe in luck, they travel in wrong boat, because luck is never in your control. You have no authority on luck. You have no controls on luck. Maybe you get something, you don't get something. Oh, my luck! I didn't have luck. But work is opposite to that. If you work, you shall get something. Of course, you have to wait. You have to work hard, but you shall get. Even if you don't get money, you shall get knowledge. So that result is, this is result number of this is 1052, result of 175. I multiplied by 6 and that 2 and 1052. You can say 10 is very powerful, because it 1 is at genital. From genital you control entire solar system, and then it goes to 5 where your power sets and come back to 2, means you get 105 material. So this is very powerful number. I just try to keep it here, but with what masses, that is important point, because in 5 number unexpected happens, and then unexpected material comes in, and I am writing this in a way, universe orders, because I am talking on behalf of universe orders to crush all negative acts, whatever, physical acts or mental acts or soul acts or whatever, against good souls. Try to understand this. This is very much massive message to everyone residing on this earth during its travel journey. Universe always to crush, because I am talking in connection with universe. This message has come to me and I send this message, so you can say it is mutual acceptance. Universe orders to crush all negative acts against good souls. What is good soul? There is no need explaining that, because you know what is this. Nowadays what is happening? Souls are roaming around. Everybody thinks I can do this and that. But they can think only. They cannot do anything. They don't do anything. Everybody wants money at shortest possible time. In one night I want to be billionaire. In one night I want to be millionaire. I want to get this immediately. This hunger has entered everyone throughout world. Our country is not exceptional. Everywhere it is, I want immediately this facility, I want immediately that facility. But nobody cares for universe, nobody cares for Srishti, nobody cares for time, and they forget that time is not your servant, material is not your servant. Material means cost, because it is not your material. Time is not your servant, material is not your servant, and only your servant is, you can use, that is quality. You can use it if you wish, you condemn it if you don't like, but then you kill everything, because you don't have material control, you don't have time control, and you don't want to apply quality controls, which means everything collapses out of these 3 basic requirements. Other requirements also they are the supplementary. So question is, what does it mean when I'm saying universe orders to crush? Crush what? Crush all not required acts. When I say negative, this is not mathematical negative. This is negative is you want to harm somebody, you want to harm your friend, you want to harm business of someone else, you want to harm nature, you want to harm air, whatever you want to do, or you want to harm some individual or some other. Every act can be called to be included in this statement, and every soul is good until soul starts or commits doing bad acts. If soul does bad acts, then you cannot say that soul or that person or that one, animal even, is good soul. That we have to understand. Here good soul is very, very important. I did not write extraordinary, I did not write better, I didn't write best or outstanding. I just say good means very ordinary level. Very, very ordinary level. And if you see GOOD, if you just count it in alphabetical terms, G stands for 766. 7664. You can see what does it mean. 7 and 12, 19, and for 23 it is. This means unexpected it is. 23 means 12 to 12. 23 is 5 also. This is very important work what I am saying. Good souls, if you do not value good souls and harm them in whatever way, you are doing a crime against nature, you are doing a crime against superpower, and you have to then give response in a way you are punished. You have to accept that response, because you action and reaction are always equal and opposite, and there are 95% people, according to my understanding currently everywhere, particularly in our country and particularly in those where religion is given highest profile respect. Those people do not want logic. Those community people do not want any analytical work. They just want, I should get this immediately. I can pull it from others. I can pull it from somewhere else, and I can go to whatever extent is required for that. And if this benefit should come to me, whether or not it's due to me, it doesn't matter. That is main problem. So this message says, do not act over smart, because you are only human being. You are not supreme. You are just one of 9 billion people. You have no value until you activate your higher profile, which you cannot activate when you keep doing bad acts against whomever, against nature. If you spoil air, you are working against nature. If you spoil water body, you work against nature. If you spoil earth surface, you work against nature. And if even you spoil animal or human being, you also do everything bad against nature, because everyone is product of nature, not of your religion, not of your community, not of anything. And you have to suffer because you have to face trial without any lawyer. And no one will ask you for evidence. Evidence is already recorded, and then you have to suffer. There is no, you can say, application you can write to their president to get you life, but you have to suffer. That is why negative acts against good soul is a crime. I would not say sin, it's a crime. And this crime shall not be prosecuted on earth's court, but be prosecuted in universe court, because you harmed property of universe, and that is very bad. You have to suffer. This is very bad. You have to suffer in every way, and you must face that problem. That is my promise to you. You shall face sternly, and that time you won't have tears to weep, because you shall be under force, and that you cannot say what shall happen to you. Whoever you may be top politician, you may be top professional, you may be top warrior, you may be top criminal, you may be top religious leader, whoever you are, if you play with souls in a detrimental way, then your soul shall have to face same thing sooner or later, because now that world is also, that supreme world is also having advanced technologies every year, because earth gets technology from there only. They must have far advanced technology. There is no device requirement, because signals constitute device. They don't need hardware. Hardware is human body. They have got software everywhere in signals form. You don't need any television or monitor or whatever. Everything is recorded in very high frequencies, so you cannot avoid that action. That is important part. So my question is, why are you thinking that you can abuse others? If you think you can abuse others and you can win over their fortune, you can say, instead of borrowing, you can steal their powers, I think you are a mad person. Your mind is deteriorated, it is detrimental, it is, you can say, what you should say, is virus free or virus full. You know yourself. It should be virus full. It should having much more stronger disease like COVID-19, and you have to suffer. Don't act over smart, because no one can act over smart. In in live to you can say having connection with God. If you think you can act whatever way, and I'm also telling all those non-professionals so calling themselves godmen that you are not godmen, you are just human being. Don't act over smart. If you have some knowledge, don't abuse any formula or mantra, and if you do that, then you have to face consequences, whatever big you are. Don't think you are big, because no one is big in this world. Everyone has to leave this place one day, and then you have to suffer on an individual person's capacity whatever bad acts you do, and those who use you, they will suffer triple times, four times what they have done. And I'm straight away saying I'm talking about abuse of religious powers in whatever way it is. I'm not calling them. Everybody knows 90 to 95% people are involved in that work, and you can say answer is evidence is generation of babas, and generation of tantrics, and generation of astrologers, and generation of this and generation of that. This intense generation gives clear evidence that people of earth have been misled by religious factions, which is not good for health of public as well as not good for health of earth. And if you keep doing that, nobody can protect you. You make your life miserable while you are staying on earth. You shall not get anything, but you have to pay more, because you are doing a crime against world of souls. And that's why I am trying to intensively protect and project this subject, this topic, this exponential work, because it applies to everyone. I have not copied it from anywhere. I have not understood from anywhere, from any textbook or from any resource book. It is my own performance. It's not a question of pride statement. This is fact of life. So if you think you can use it your way, then I don't think you are more than some good person. You are not even good. You can say, leading yourself on a wrong way, wrong path, and if you lead that way, you shall face problem. In 175 power, your dimension or your diameter of your oracle is 25235, continues up to 83 places, so many kilometers. You can imagine, if you write 2.52 and multiply by 10 to power 83, which is mathematically equivalent, or you just say 25235 and repeat 5235 up to 83 digits, you shall get this length in kilometer, which covers, I don't know, many thousands earths, many thousands earths. So be careful. Don't act over smart for little gain and losing a lot. Maybe you vacate your fortune when you go back, or your fortune shall be in a very difficult position which you cannot recall. Here, I'm not going to explain it again and again. This is just not font. Again, I would say these are spectrums, and power of soul is not my subject. I never studied it anywhere, but I think on this a lot, as if I am trained by universe. You can say directly, without any formal agreement, without any formal education, without any formal degree, but I am getting this every moment from there. I am trying to disseminate some information to entire community of world, and of course to universe, but we don't have any access or control to universe. Yes, if you want to go to universe, you can develop your oracle and go there, and development of oracle is very difficult if you cannot think, and if you can think, then it is very easy for you, because only activity required behind this development is power of thinking, which means power of soul, which means power of your mind, because soul means mind. Mind is in fact mechanically or anatomically structure of this house where soul stays. But soul is petrol, soul is diesel, soul is software, soul is everything. You may give any name, but this soul in fact means mind. And don't forget, soul doesn't remain only in one place. It controls from mind, and that is called central control location, CCL, or mind. This distributes energy requirement to meet formal quantity what every part of body requires. And if that imbalance is created, then that part would suffer, and you may call handicapped person here or there because of no reaching of necessary quantum of, you can say, power of soul to respective part of body. We must be careful about this. I am fortunate enough that I have got mental connection with that universe, and this connection is not new now. It has been for long, more than 3 decades, but now it has been in a formal way. I am trying to disseminate this information. I have written notes on this, a book, you can say long book, and this is also going to form a book. You may say it is something, I think, in addition to my engineering work, this is also universe engineering work, not just earth engineering, much more powerful than earth engineering. Because in earth engineering, books are available, references are available, literatures are available, but not available is facts of universe, and the facts of universe cannot be known in mathematical terms using certain books or resources. But now you can say this resource is being created, and it may be useful, it may not be useful. It is up to that person who checks it, who reads it, who tries to understand it. There is nothing imaginary here, there is nothing hypothetical, there is nothing based on belief, there is nothing at all. It is completely mathematical, mechanical, engineering work, not less than that. I cannot show you measurement, you have to show yourself, you have to see yourself, but it works, that is important. If you develop this, you can enjoy much more information than you can have yourself. You can know it shall increase your work capacity, it shall increase your thinking capacity, it shall skill your mental smartness. I am not talking personality, because all these parameters which come together, and that is called personality. And that's why I say it is person's mind, it is person's quality. Without this, person cannot say one is qualitative. If you are very attractive clothes, well dressed and ironed, and you have very good car, you have very good house, and you have money in bank balance, or you can say whatever, you cannot say that you are a good person. Maybe some people have fool now, they say, oh, you have so much money, you have house, you have this, you have package, you are status. That status only one part of status, not entire part of status. Your thinking is most important part of universe, which is number one status. If you cannot think good for universe, you are not a universe person. But physically you are universe person, but mentally you are absent-minded. You don't have any capacity. You have to first build that capacity, and that is why I am saying person's quality is related to power of soul, which is soul itself, and soul is very powerful entity. If you want to enjoy soul, you understand this. I'm not going to explain anything else because you have already known everything. So my point is person's quality. What person is? First of all, there are so many persons here on earth, and you are one of them. Physically you are one of them, biologically you are one of them, but mentally you are not only one of them. You may be 0.25 of them, or you may be many times each individual, and that depends upon your capacity. One person there may be who cannot work successfully in 8 hours time or 10 hours time, and there may be another person who can work equivalent work much more, can say 20 times or 10 times of that person who failed to work. Sometimes one person is so smart that one can replace 5 persons, 10%, and sometimes one person is so lazy and yawning that that person does not do anything, or you have to replace that person, or you have to bring more persons to support that person. That is what quality means. Efficiency is a part of quality, thinking power is a part of quality, energetic soul is a part of quality. You can say exposure of mind is a part of quality. Collecting information is a part of quality. Information conversion to coordination activity is also a part of quality. And what do you think about others is a part of quality. Do you think humans are human or whatever else is a part of quality. Do you respect all entities or not? That's a part of quality. Means how do you move your mind? That is important. But application is a must. If you have mind without doing any application, you cannot successfully develop anything. And that's why it is totality of working, or you may say it is engineering of human being. Human engineering it is, you may say that. Soul engineering means human mind engineering, and that's why I am very much serious about this subject. I can say that I am fortunate enough that in addition to my engineering sphere, engineering world, I am also entering into this super engineering world or supreme engineering world, which is university is universe, institute is universe, and this earth is also a part of universe. So you cannot just get rid of that. Earth itself is a part of universe. So I can say I am working in a universe, and I can think about and I can write my mind and send information to that supreme mind, and that mind can decide whether or not this writing works. And I am sure that whatever comes to mind, it comes through that source only. It's only for reference I am writing. Otherwise, one more point I would say, I am using here negative word, negative, which means not just mathematical negative but value negative. Negative means you either want to spoil something, you want to break something, you do not want to progress, you want to harm yourself, you want to harm others, you want to means when you say breaking, this means breaking is not good activity until it is meant for remaking. If there is a building, you want to revolve it, you want to change it to other one, then you want to reconstruct it. That is not bad because you are doing something for better. But if you say, no, I just want this person is generating itself very fast, I want to break this person, he should not do that. You have no right on that. And if you abuse this right, then you have to pay consequences. You have to face consequences. You cannot say no. So negative world is very dangerous if you want to break, because you have no right to break. Reason being that you did not make anything. If you say today I want to go and break this mountain, go and break this mountain. Can you break? You want to break some soft person, you can break some animal. You say I want to kill this dog, I want to kill this cat, I want to kill this. That is just means where someone is helpless, you are going to break that. Break lion, break if you can. Break tiger if you can. Negative here is you are a full person because you are thinking in a way others should suffer. Or first you break yourself and then see what happens. Experience. If you break yourself, what level of pain you feel, and that's important. Means if you say I'm a quality person, you apply the breaking on you first. Can you? How many countries British ruled? How many countries before that? So many rules. Ultimately, what they are? Are they permanent? They are not permanent. No one is permanent. Their rule have gone, and many such kingdoms have died, have collapsed in history. Mahabharata happened, Ramayana happened, and before that many happened. There were so many killers here. What about them now? Where are they? They are not here because they are facing their imprisonment, and that imprisonment is very difficult. So that's why if you perform negative, then you have to think yourself first. What if you apply negative on parts of universe or on people, then don't forget that you are free. You shall face problems. And now what universe is doing, they were redesigning all these prosecution arrangement and automatism in a way that if you do something today, you have not to wait for next birth. There is no question of picture is going to be full of sins. There is no such question. Now, because computer works, digital works, automatic action will happen. You are happy of artificial intelligence, but think about universe intelligence. This is much more supreme than your artificial nonsense intelligence, I would say, because if you cannot use your intelligence, natural intelligence, there is no use to use artificial intelligence, because you should know what artificial says. It should be logical, it should be amenable, otherwise there is no meaning of that. So remember, don't enjoy if you cause damage to someone, because you are going to damage yourself in sequence. You shall be impacted upon. At that time, what shall you do? Think about this. If you cannot think, then I don't think you are in a dog. If you can't even think, you are not even a cat. So you have to think. Quality is very, very important issue in this. And all these points I'm talking to you pertain to quality. And that is important. And I'm going to discuss first of all here this file of, you can say, what topic I'm talking is. Let me talk this file, and this is project what we are doing today. And if you say there are so many pages in this, so I'll go to title directly, because I have to discuss that one. And one more point in addition to title explanation, I say that these are all URLs you can see on this in this file. These are posting URLs and not video URLs. These are available, and you can check text of this video. You will find these URLs. And here is the one more point I would say. This video which I am now presenting or relaying, this is only valid for 30 days, because on 31st day Facebook shall delete this video. If you want to see this video, you have only 30 days, and those postings are not a big problem, because those, you can say, Facebook postings shall remain there. If you want to copy these URLs of postings, you can use them, no issue. Here title of today is Civil Engineering Works Quality Solve Spectrums. Then if no quality, what to do? Reject and good solve. Oracle improves one's quality. Quality, you can say, quality first is top wealth. First is quality. Then you can say fertile mind must follow solves, achieve supreme access using Oracle window. That is what I am talking, is very, very significant entity for everybody. If you can know, and if you can see, and if you can develop Oracle window, which is Oracle spectrum window, and get right to reach supreme, it's not very difficult. You can go, because physically you are not going, mentally you are going, soul wise you are going. There is no bar on that. Physically you remain here, but soul, in soul you can meet that boss, and souls can say it's very easy. Pay nothing, use soul all times, have performance luck. Universe is for human, know nature, learn and intellect. Oracles, universe's members, think to know self and advance. Engineering, this is my name, and of course I'll go to next page now, and there's very similar part which I produced, and here is that file. Other postings which I made, titles of that are in this, and here let me see which is that one. My Truth, April 28. Yeah, it's this one. All right, that's this one. Here is yes, it is. Title is Power of Souls Spectrums. Power of Souls Spectrums. Image main first page of third file. It is. I think it's third or fourth. I'm not sure. However, let's go to end one. This is today's title here about good souls. And last time, yesterday, it was against, it says, universe orders to act against cheats instantly. This is very important. Means previously what you think, oh, picture of sin is not full. They are waiting for picture to full. They are waiting for picture to be full of sins. Only then action shall be taken. But this was a myth, because there is no such provision. It's only a phrase, nothing else. Provision is, there's a time limit, you have to face it, and that's it. Cheats instantly. To act, it says universe orders to act against cheats instantly, no delay. and that is very important part. No delay, action shall be taken within specified time, and then it is to act against sins instantly. So sins and that acts are interrelated. Don't think that you shall be given treatment in next birth. You shall be given prosecution treatment as soon as possible, because there is also a big crowd of people who have caused these. And here is public loot intriguers, very serious matter. All politicians or industrialists or business people who have lot money, that money comes only through such intrigues, public loot intriguers, which we have to take care of, and public loot intriguers. That's what I would like to say. Now I'll go to another file which is regarding my own, and that file is also very very significant one, and it is this is my life through publication volumes. Yes, it is here now, my life truth, and it is, you can say, this is, you can see this topic title is my life truth. This is not new file, I wrote it few years back and published it also, but I just want to show what way one should move, how to record, though every act has not been recorded in this, but this is very heavy file. You can say it is about, say, 1400 pages approximately, maybe 5-6 less. And to do such a file, I wanted to increase to 5000 pages, but this software doesn't support. So I kept it just that much, and others attachments will be there. This is about my life, about my life since I started that during my infancy time, and it is very interesting. Means an explanation based on facts, based on truths, and it tells about whatever I could remember since my birth, when I got my conscious, what I did, how did I do, all that. This gives completely that one. And every point is, means it is something very extraordinary. Maybe I reflected this before, but because people keep in different, you can say, times, they should know. And here is very brief, I would like to say. Main point is what I say, my truths, my brief character. You can say character, which I am telling myself. Character doesn't mean only what we learned. This is gross character I am talking. Running shop was, I'm just showing you, I'm reading it and you can understand yourself what I'm so saying. Running shop was significant work for me and also for my eligible siblings. You understand what I mean? And though I was alone, most active in that scenario, my father trusted me. It shows completely a system of quality, how you could lead, you could live. And then was never in meritorious. I was never a meritorious. Just a minute. Though I was alone, most active of the scenario, my father trusted me. That's okay. Was never a meritorious student. I was never. Meritorious, meaning of meritorious. I must just have a look on this first for a couple of minutes, because this is, if I speak, it will take time, and you can at least read very fast. It's not a question of examination. Just see what I have written, and you know that. I'm not going to browse this file full, but just to see what should be done in someone's life. If you are a professional, you should tell others how you reach this position. Everybody is not rich in this world. I was also not rich. You too may be not rich. But those are riches, haves, they don't care for such type of publications, because they have a pride in mind. I am born rich, I am this and that. So they are not serious. They're only serious in making money out of money you have. Means money investment based on money, not on hard work. am giving this publication to you because all the qualities, but I'm just trying to say quality is very important. I just want to say, if you achieve quality, you cannot have a smooth life. If you say, oh, I got very smooth life, I've born with a golden smooth mind, then I say you are not a quality person because you have not struggled anything. You don't struggle in your life, so struggle is a must for whatever you are. If you say I'm a high profile person, I cannot say you are a quality person, because if you get every benefit in life, if you get every support in your life, and you get high profile degree, it doesn't mean anything. You do no experience of struggling. Struggle is very important, and if you struggle, you have to tell others, I have done this. And you guys say this page is kind of detailed CV of mine, including personal as well as professional life. That is what I try to give people what you should say. This is just 1500 pages, but it can be 15,000 pages also, but I did not do that. I have attachments and many technical details, non-technical details, public details, social details, personal details, friends details. Everything has been included because life is like that. So it's very easy. You must have read all this, but I don't want to repeat. Now I just want to show you, means it's composition, and then there is submission to world. What I'm saying is very, very important part. This applies to everybody, and this is too personal, I can say. In fact, this is general, not in personal. Now what it says, for example, you can say, I would say here, if you see, let me read this because it gives me my character as well. Smoke seller. What does it mean? It means I used to sell cigarettes and beedies, so I used to sell indirectly smoke, because once you start smoking, you are selling smoke, you are promoting smoke, though it's bad for health, but it was my work. I used to sell cigarettes, not alone myself, my father, my mother, my sisters, my brothers, my siblings, all. Smoke seller, tea seller. Tea seller also was. General item seller. General items means in area whatever you swear, all types of items. And many more items. Seller's level, status to engineer level. You see, if you are at that level, means you can say you are not even having good money to have good eating, good food. And you could not take good milk in that age. You just rely upon, you can say, either some tea for taking your chapati or like that. So many more items, sellers levels, status to engineer level status, climbing from much below poverty line to normal level of civil engineer. Civil engineer means complete degree engineer, not just diploma, with a successful gradual building up of professional career in practical world of engineering. This you can say is my actual title. All this, you cannot define everything, but this is my actual title. It's a sentence, you can say. My life progress, related projection, or one may call it summarized history. Summarized history, you can say, of course, is not detailed one, pertinent me and to some extent my parent, family members or siblings. Purpose of this information, dissemination to entire world is about personal level, natural family struggles and consequential achievements which may be considered often beyond imaginations in general. Combination of family instances, incidents and career involved professional interactive friends, colleagues and work-related writings transpired throughout gives an input to those who have gotten some aspirations. This information is also provided for certain practical works, related learnings, tutorials for those aspiring professionals and others who have gotten certain level of hunger about to have some materials which could be certainly useful during working career. Now this is general. Here is personal approach, which is very important. I just try to say what does it mean. Personal approach in work, that is on Facebook, shared with public. Personal approach in work, which work should be treated real worship. It's one's usual habit to see about what others are doing or to wait for others to do something in case it is intended to be done. It's my opinion, if one is capable to do something, in my opinion, that is, if one is capable of to do something with even having a part degree of confidence, it should be started being done. If no other intents or work or will so to do, do not worry about if you are alone by doing that. Now, what actually we face in life, that principle, that concept is very, very significant to understand, and it depends upon psychology of people. Useless psychology, you can say, not constructive psychology. Once you start doing, or moving one step, and also thereafter many steps, others would never bother about that, would start watching your actions. Once they are conscious about, they would start coming little closer to you to watch all such actions. Later, they shall start talking to you and then admire you for your actions. Further, later they shall ask you about whether you require some help, or even if you do not require as such, they shall directly or indirectly start helping you or cooperating with your activity you have been doing. All those who during start had been criticizing about your actions, but many of those shall start appreciating you. Also, you have not to stop or go oppose them, yet keep moving constructively without having any time consideration. At some point of time, when they find you punctual, regular, and committed, they shall follow you and welcome as well. Other type, what they are, this was one type, you can say they are supporting you constructively, they never criticize you unduly. But others are, there shall also be those who would be negative, as I said before, negative, in agreement with your commitment, and start asking you to work within limits or time. There is a point to understand. There shall also be those who would be negative in agreement with your commitment and start asking you to work within limits of time, remunerations, and not to spoil working team environment. This is very different type of section of people. They always hamper progress. It shall happen, for they would be by conscious forced to work in same spirit as you have been demonstrating. I faced this or above state or foregoing state of working environment in one organization, but even after being opposed by some other people, continue doing as such. I never bothered about what others had talked about me, but continue doing so. Even being termed as chamcha or spoon, double paid, secret agreement, or whatever else I do not know about. This was just an explanation to you to think about psychology of human. I'm not going to show you other pages now. We'll think of later on because it's time limited, not constraint. I think it's already how much time has gone. I do not pull on me because of memory issue. Already 55 minutes, so I'll just take one more file and we'll do quality issue in that. I'll close this one. And this file is number file, as you know very well. This file is very much significant from every point of view. As I say, quality is very significant. At least I realize that. Why should I oppose? Quality is very important in life. But again I say, quality in work, quality in production, quality in construction, quality in commercial work, quality in administrative work, quality in where we do, it applies everywhere. System may be different, application may be different, thinking may be different, but quality applies everywhere. What do we do? That is the main point. If we just say we are doing quality and we don't do quality, we can say like, oh, we have a so good company, we are so powerful company, we are doing everything, but fact remains that you are not doing everything. You are just doing paperwork, signatures, all that. You are not doing all time to work and see whether or not work is good. That point is important. So we can say, as I said before, soul is wealth. You cannot say, no one can say this is no wealth. And we have to understand that reality. I would say, if you want quality, let's go to the last page here. Professional. What is that? It says you are now truth-based worker and therefore supreme's representative, which is great. Do work per quality requirement, decide quality scope and do it. This is also very important because first you have to make decision, or you can say make a design what level of quality you expect. Means what expression you have to write in your submission or in papers. What I mean by quality in this. You have to perform like this, and you successfully perform like this within limits. This means you can know, you can see what is quality. Habit, you can say habit. As I said, habit, Supreme's mandate, use it to travel universe. How you travel, that's very easy. You can get immense mind wealth using your soul, and you are your own teacher. Use yourself to teach self. This is very important part, very important point. I'm itching in my eyes. Do not shy away from speaking about soul, Atma. You cannot run away from nature's facts. Soul is yours for even after. Even after, you can say, leaving Earth's planet. You are your own teacher, as I said before, and here is, do not, I said, develop an oracle using your mind. On it, it is you only in this and yours. Just little effort of thinking is required for developing this system. If you can, you must engineer your mind power. Using soul, Atma, mind contains soul, it is liability free. Do not ignore your soul. You are owner of soul. It does not cheat. Use it. It is for you. Your wealth is. It is your wealth. It's not. You cannot say it's not your wealth. Your wealth you have to use. Nobody else shall teach you how to use. Disappointing it best means entity is best entity of communication, and also you can say intellectualism or what forces are there. So many explanations are there, but ultimate point is very, very different, and that is informative, very much informative, and we have to be clear about that. First of all, what we are talking something, you can say, very much that is truesome. We're talking quality in this life, and I'm lucky that I'm getting this opportunity using my own efforts. I'm talking to you and have interaction with quality requirement, with quality world, and not just keep it on material but on every requirement. Every specification is a part of quality, and every quality is a part of specification. Specification is very important in life. If you are an educated person, you want to know what sort of sessions you have. These points we have to understand very, very explicitly, because if you don't have quality, People shall not respect you, and quality means your quality. It's not simply material quality. If you are a good person, you are having power in your mind. This means you are having connection to your soul. Your connection to your mind itself proves that you are a profile person, high profile person. We cannot simply say you are just this education is not enough there. You have much more knowledge than what education you have, because education is always limited. It cannot be extensive, because you educate yourself for a couple of years after passing school, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. But life is experience for more than 40 years, 50 years, 30 years. You cannot simply say what I learned in my university time, I have learnt it. I have same I did not study. But when you apply that knowledge, you shall get more and more lessons, more and more references, and that is actually good for society, I think. We should not say we don't educated people while we have. That we must be very clear about. Life is not simply what you think and I think. Life is life. We have to be very, very serious about this matter. I'm just standing because I am feeling a little drowsy. Life means real life, not artificial life. Life doesn't mean good dress sense, good car or good bungalow and good money balance. Life means you have to think for everything. Life means you should do everything for good. You should support everyone. You should protect the use of material that nature gives us. You should keep yourself in that sphere when you can protect everything, because everybody has got orders from universe in a way when you come that you have to take care of my property, just like you are taking care of your body. Everybody takes care of body, right? Physical body, because you feel pain and you think I should be happy, I should have good health, I should go to doctor if I have a problem, I should not have much more difficulty than what I'm having. For that purpose you take care. But you forget there's another body which is for you. There's another body which is for you, and that is whatever part of nature. So you are supposed to take care of that also as an individual, as a group person. But who is working for that except in political consideration? They talk, they speak, they do, they conduct summits and seminars, but nobody is doing anything. And that is really very bad, I can say. They are only selfish people. They just want to stay in their positions, they don't do anything. And that's what I say. We should be serious in this case, and their seriousness is very, very important. If we are serious, we can do some. We can get a lot, we can do a lot. And that doing a lot is very significant, and that's the reason I'm talking that. We must be serious in this case. If I'm interested in good health, then I have to see that health of nature also remains good, health of land also remains good, health of society also remains good, health of every section of people should be good, and that should be physical health as well as mental health. Education should also be healthy, medical science should be healthy, treatment should be healthy, love of people must be healthy. But it's not happening anywhere in the world. It's not happening anywhere in the world. Unrest, chaos, you can say, it seems that entire society of every country is trying to run in a direction which nobody knows which direction goes to which destination. Just running and running and running, just for sake of money. I'm not saying you need no money, but money does not mean only money. Your work is also money. Your thinking is also money. Your thoughts are money. Your good work is money. Your bad work is loss of money. Money doesn't mean whatever you earn. Money means whatever you do good. That is money. Money doesn't mean just dollars or rupees. Money means how do you protect this world? How do you value this world? Because ultimately, world is your part. It is for everybody on this earth. It is not just for USA or India or Pakistan or Europe. It is for everybody. This world I consider as my home for travel. My home is only world. You cannot say anything else, because ultimately everybody came to this world. And this is your time. I landed here, So I am in this country, or somebody lands somewhere else, that is in that country. That is only a relative consideration, but entire world is one country. This means you have duty. You have duty to help everyone, those who deserve help, not abuse of help. If somebody tries to abuse, don't do that, because then you are not a good person. Because despite knowing, if you help a person who is a criminal, it's not good. Those persons who want to destroy this earth, who want to destroy people, poor people, or less dominant people, those peoples are criminals. Those warriors, those leaders, whoever they are, those nations, whoever they all are criminals in my eyes. If they kill people in other country or in their own country, they are criminals, because they don't have any degree of shy. They are only interested, only destination is seat of power and nothing else. And they forget this seat of power is not permanent as well. They forget that. That is why it depends upon what sort of quality you enjoy. If you are having constructive approach, then I would say you are a better person. But how many people have constructive approach? Constructive approach is very, very difficult, because you have to work hard, you have to think hard, you have to work in a way it should be done. But destructive position is very easy. You go and bombard everything, you will destruct everything. Tall buildings would fall, people would die, means you do not know what that is. But when you reach on revelation day, you shall find different difficulty. You did not do anything, nobody protected you, but after doing that you enjoy your life. That you think. This is not good idea, good concept. That's why I'm saying quality. Quality in engineering is very important, because if you don't do quality, money goes waste, time goes waste, and everything goes waste. You cannot use that product for your own development, for nation's development, for world development, because your approach is wrong. And we have to be serious about that. Quality mechanism is not easy. It is very, very difficult. If you think it is difficult, it is difficult. If you think no, it's not difficult, that's your choice. It's not difficult. You can say that. So let me see what time is now, because I cannot speak more today. Let me see which is that. Already 1 hour 8 minutes. So let us go a little more. No problem, little more. Let's go. When we talk of engineering, civil engineering or other engineering, I say that engineering is life. If you want to have higher standard of life, you require engineering. Civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, or whatever else, IT, you require input from everyone. But what about quality? There are thousands material, there are thousands technologies, there are thousands and millions people working. Everyone should be having some specifications of quality. But despite having that, do they? No. Don't think that if you have good parliament, good houses are good, there's a quality. No, quality is not that. Quality is very, very different, very difficult to understand by everybody. Very, very difficult to understand by everybody. It is something extraordinary, you can say, very, very extraordinary. We cannot just run behind that without any analytical work, without thinking what it is. Even if specifications exist, you have to think about whether or not these are applicable or not. Sometimes these are applicable, sometimes these are not applicable, and I will come back on quality issue, because this is very significant. I'll talk about quality at length, but now what to say? I had some program about these videos, but I'm just going slow, because we are not having full-fledged arrangement now for previous videos, and videos come. It's going to be delayed in 30 days, so more than that we don't have any choice, anything. So I would say let us hope and hope and hope, and quality is, you can say, is your religion. Just like I say Saul is my religion. I do not believe in any artificial religions. All are artificials. It may be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Christian, whatever. I do not take any of such human created religions in place of my religion. My religion is Saul. That's it. Engineering is my work religion, and Saul is my performance religion because it helps in performing engineering work, it helps in performance of mind, it helps in every way, and I like it. It's very good. And if we try to chat out in that way, we can do something. Engineering quality is a lot more discussion, but I'm much more interested in personal quality. Nowadays I'm finding is quality among youth, among adolescents, among mature people are falling and dropping drastically. It looks like that mad rush is going on, but mad rush is not going on towards performance of quality, but towards abuse of quality, and that's the point of concern. If you use quality system properly, you can get something. If you don't use that, we cannot get anything. So that point is very serious, and I'll come back on this in due time because of various reasons. I don't want to spend more memory on videos because I have to download many videos, and I'll take your leave now and be back again. Till that time, I go okay.